And I don't think anybody can work harder at trying to deal with fetal alcohol syndrome than Senator Murkowski. She's working to pass legislation that will get money to NIH to do things that will really help children like we heard today, and to get grants to schools and to public broadcasting so that they can do things to educate mothers so maybe we don't have the problem going where it is. Please join me in welcoming a wonderful public servant and a tremendous champion for this cause.
Marv, thank you for your very kind and your very generous words. I am here with you tonight with my heart in front of me, because when I am gathered with those who come together to raise awareness about fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, who come together to listen to a young man like Nicholas and say, every one of us need to be doing all that we can to make sure that we have the resources there for Nicholas, and to make sure that every child born into this world has the opportunity that he or she needs to really thrive. And I have been involved, as you know, with this effort for so many years that there are times when I come to the reception that we have after work or the galas that we're having now at the embassies, and I say, are we making the progress that we need? Are we changing the statistics? But more important, not to the statistics, are we changing the lives? Are we making a difference? Because if we're making a difference every day in reducing the statistics that we face in Alaska and elsewhere around the country, then, boy, you can get up every morning and do anything. You can take on the biggest hurdle. And sometimes it's really daunting. It's very challenging. And what I need to do is step back and remind myself that every day is a new day for somebody out there. I was very involved in drug education in Alaska when I was a young woman. And I can remember us celebrating great legislative successes when we had passed a threshold. And we all came together and we said, we're done. And then you look around and realize, wait a minute, there's yet another generation of children that are coming into the school system that have no idea that drugs are a bad idea. That our effort when it comes to prevention is ongoing every day. So those of you that are getting ready to retire and pass on the mantle, don't think you are done. Kate Boyce, you are so many years in front of you to keep working on this cause. And know, Kate, that I'm going to be there with you to make sure that the message continues. Because as we look at those areas that give us heartbreak, that we are not able to make the difference that we want to do, in finding the discovery to cure cancer, to find the treatment for ALS, to make a difference. We're struggling because we don't have those answers yet, but we have the answer when it comes to preventing and stopping fetal alcohol spectrum disorders. The answer is right there, and the answer is if you are pregnant, you do not consume alcohol. Done. We don't need any more scientific studies. We just need to act on the information. So what NOFAS does in raising the awareness in getting the word out, in helping women understand. And whether it's the labels on the bottles, or as I was explaining at my table, in Alaska, we've got a very controversial program that is going on right now in our state. And it is in some of the most notorious bars in Alaska. And we have more than our share, I can tell you. I'm not going to name names, but in Chilkoot Charlie's in downtown Anchorage, you can go into the women's bathroom. And in the women's bathroom there is a little container, and they are pregnancy test kits. And there's a sign above them, and it says, free pregnancy test kits. If you think you are pregnant, you might want to stop drinking right here, right now. And if you don't know if you're pregnant, here's a kit. Wow. Now, there's a lot of controversy about this, let me tell you. But you know what it has done? It has caused women who go into that women's bathroom in Chilkoot Charlie's, it's caused them to maybe stop a second. And if by stopping 1 second, we can cause you to rethink, maybe this is a pilot project that is worthwhile. I don't know yet. The jury's still out here. But I tell you what we're doing in Alaska. We're saying we have to do everything because our statistics are not good for us. And it breaks our heart when we see these infants, these babies brought into the world that will be afflicted for life. And thank goodness that we have resources that can help Nicholas, give him the support that he needs through the school system. This is what we're trying to do with our legislation. And by gosh, we're going to keep working on this until we get it right, until we raise that awareness, until we have those resources, until we make that difference everywhere. But we've got some educating to do. And what you're doing tonight, helping to raise some funds, which thank you very much, can help us get this message out. Know how much it is appreciated. Because we can work on the legislative end, but we need to be getting out there to women and men everywhere. Because it's not just the women. That partner needs to have that information and knowledge as well and say, you know what, honey? We're cutting you off for 9 more months. That's not a bad message. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for making the difference. And I want to give a special shout out. I've recognized Kate for all of her leadership. But for every year that I have been here with you at the NOFAS event, Sam Donaldson and Tom Donaldson have been here as father and son, the pair kind of working back and forth, and there's a little bit of a duet going on there. And you made me smile tonight because tomorrow evening I'm going to be in Fairbanks, Alaska with my father, and we're going to be on stage together. And we're going to be doing a little duet as we work through some introductions. I'm a little nervous already, but Sam and Tom, you've given me confidence that we can do it with grace and style. So thank you for your leadership on this. Good night.